everyone, welcome back to the 90th minute. We are your hosts. We got Greg, Lucas, myself, Liam. If you are new to the podcast, make sure you are subscribed on YouTube. Follow us along on any and all social medias. Give the video a like and a comment and potentially a share.
Yes, and thanks for all of you that have been subscribing recently. We're getting really close to that 1,000 mark, which on YouTube, which would be incredible.
Yes, and make sure you are following us on TikTok as well. That's where we're at almost 15,000. So yes, we greatly appreciate all of the support over the past few weeks.
And also, if you missed the last podcast, I thought it was a pretty good one.
It was. Link will be in the description for that one. It is our Champions League round of 16 match day 1 review, so we're going to break down those games. We could start with Liverpool because, Lucas is sad. He's depressed. But the trophy will hide you. But I think we're going to start with Borussia Dortmund PSG because that was one hell of a game.
It was a good game, yeah.
It was good.
Greg is here, obviously. He hasn't talked yet.
Welcome, Greg.
Where's Waz?
No Waz today.
Oh, yeah, we didn't even mention that.
Waz was here. We watched the games together, and then he left. So
It's because United's not here.
he's so salty.
Bye, Waz.
But yes, we're going to talk about the games. We're going to start, like I said, with Dortmund PSG. It was a great game, attacking, open, both teams willing to sacrifice a little bit of defensive solidity for a goal.
But was PSG really that threatening in attack?
I'm going to say first half, Borussia Dortmund were by far the better side. They were going forward well. They were open in attack. They were dangerous.
Yeah,
But like you said, PSG seemed to be off the step a little bit.
It just seemed really easy for Dortmund to just counterattack them. There's several opportunities where, especially Jadon Sancho was able to get into PSG's half and possibly create something. Now, the creation wasn't the greatest in the first half for Dortmund.
They couldn't finish.
They seemed to be like a step off with their final ball kind of thing.
But, okay, so if we're talking about Dortmund first, who impressed you most in the first half at least?
First half, you're going to have to definitely mention Mr. Haaland. But Sancho
Probably
was good.
I thought Sancho was good in the first half.
Yeah, totally.
Witzel.
Emre Can and Axel Witsel ran that midfield beautifully, defensively, they were all right. They were solid enough in the back. For PSG, I think Di Maria looked threatening. I mean, Mbappe and Neymar will always be top threats.
I felt like Neymar was getting on the ball a lot, but wasn't able to
create everything. Yeah,
I would say fall.
He's falling over a few times.
Although he shaved his pink hair.
I didn't like that. I was like,
he looked a little. I was like, "Where's Neymar?" Yeah. And then I was like, "Wait, I found him."
That's not Kurzawa. Right. That's Neymar.
Yeah, it just doesn't look. I don't know. I don't like the look for Neymar. But this isn't the fashion minute.
Lucas is not feeling it.
Ozil ain't feeling it.
But the game does go into halftime at 0-0. Like I said, I think Dortmund were the better team in the first half. PSG definitely had chances, but
I know you guys mentioned Emre Can and Witsel.
Yeah,
but I just want to talk about them a bit more.
I thought they were very good. Yeah.
Because whenever PSG tried to break the midfield, those two were always there, just breaking up anything that could happen. But one thing, also PSG's side, Verratti, I thought he had an incredible match despite PSG conceding later in the match.
Yeah, Verratti was definitely holding together the midfield. He was fantastic.
He broke up
on
a
the
lot
ball,
of the counterattacks from
defensively
Dortmund.
doing very well.
And which we know he got a yellow card, so he's going to be missing the next.
The second leg.
Yeah.
The second half does come around, and there's only one man here we have to talk about.
Mr. Piszczek?
No, Erling Braut.
No, definitely not
Haaland. The man is slowly becoming a Champions League legend this season. Of course, he is the top goal scorer in the competition. Only 19 years old.
Just a fantastic.
So good.
Game,
and I was thinking about it. I was watching the game, and I was thinking about this. You know in FIFA when you create your own pro, and you're creating a center forward, it is Haaland.
No, that's not true.
He's tall, he's quick, he's powerful, he's a great finisher, he's a great passer. He's got it all.
Thing is, whenever you create those pros, whenever they're tall, they're always slow.
Well, he's just better.
Haaland's just the opposite.
Haaland is better than FIFA.
His hold-up play is just absolutely fantastic.
He's the perfect center forward for up there by himself. He can control the four defenders.
And another thing that I did really enjoy about him is the fact that he kept tackling the ball. He would break up the plays.
He would work hard.
Yeah,
he covered ground. He worked hard. He's good off the ball. His movement was impeccable. Yeah, Like he was stellar.
He's always in the right place to receive a pass.
Well, let's talk about him being in the right place at the right time for his first goal of the night.
Not the greatest moment from PSG.
No, definitely not. But he is in the right place at the right time. He does poke it past Mr. Keylor Navas. 1-0 Borussia Dortmund.
It was very good by him to get it up, though, past him.
Yeah,
too,
the ball was scrambled in the box a little bit. Falls through to him. Toe pokes it over him. Yeah, it was a bit of a lucky finish, but also a good finish at the same time.
Now at this point, we had a bit of an anomaly for Dortmund. You know, for the most part, they usually concede lots of goals in the
Yes, they
Bundesliga.
do.
I know they didn't concede any against Frankfurt, but PSG are a high caliber squad. And
When we came into this game, we expected goals, to be honest. I think a lot of people expected goals.
Yeah, because both sides are not the best defensive, but they can
They
score.
like to score.
yeah, I think we were a bit ambitious with that.
Probably a little.
And
I think with all the games, we were a little ambitious.
well,
but-
not one of them, but anyways. But Zagadou, he didn't have the greatest moment in the world.
No, Axel Zagadou, I do rate him, but yeah, he's been a few times this season caught out for not being in the right place or the right movement kind of thing.
Pretty sure he used to play for PSG, but in the youth academy.
Fair enough. But he doesn't make the mistake, and 5 minutes after Mr. Haaland makes it 1-0, it is tied up 1-1 with Mr. Kylian Mbappe going on a fantastic run down the right wing, beats a couple of defenders, squares it across, and Neymar is there
for the
to
empty
poke it
net.
home.
Yeah, this match had some of the best young players in the world.
Yeah.
Mbappe, Sancho, Haaland. Yeah.
Neymar, he's not young, but he's young enough.
He's 27.
He's
I
young
wouldn't
enough.
say that's young.
Young enough.
He's in his prime
He is in his prime.
of falling over. Is what Liam likes
A
to
few
say.
goals.
Yeah, but instant impact. Gio Reyna, he comes on the field. It might have been before the goal. I can't quite remember. But I know Sanabria, he came on for Di Maria. They were just zooming on Sanabria while the kickoff happened. And like it showed Gio Reyna taking the ball, and then they changed the angle, and Gio Reyna makes a great pass.
Didn't he come on at half? I thought it was half that he came
No,
on.
he came on right before.
Was it right before?
Yeah,
It was,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure it was right before.
I don't
Gee,
know.
maybe.
I honestly don't
Actually,
remember.
yeah, he came on 67th.
67.
Yeah.
It was for the first goal.
Okay.
Yeah, but like it was weird. The camera was a bit weird because they were just focusing on Sanabria, and it just
Yeah.
transitions into a counterattack for Dortmund right away.
Yeah, Dortmund
Yeah.
are going forward, and a thunderbolt gets unleashed by Mr. Haaland, makes it 2-1. Navas was flapping.
The Norwegian Viking. Is there Vikings in Norway? I don't
Yes,
know.
yes, there is.
But it was an absolute.
It was a great hit, left foot, top corner of the net. Like I said, Navas was nowhere
Just his
to-
long
nowhere
legs
close.
I'm surprised he was able to get that much power while
Yeah.
reaching
Yeah.
for it. Like,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I yelled when it happened. Like,
Well, it was a
what?
great goal.
Yeah.
It was a fantastic finish, and it's
Waz was saying he rates him now
Yeah.
after that.
the last episode. If you caught it, Walls was saying, "Oh, he's a bit unsure if Haaland is actually as good as his hype is. You know, he hasn't played against top opposition, which is a lie. He scored against Napoli and Liverpool, but." And now, after that goal, he goes, "Okay, this guy's for real. What a good goal. I rate him." Now he goes, "Yeah, you should have."
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to see, really. You could.
No.
It's kind of reminiscent of Mbappe a few years ago when he was on the rise with Monaco.
Yes.
You could kind of compare it to that, except they're obviously different type of players.
Yeah.
So
For Haaland in the Champions League now, that is 10 goals and 1 assist in 7 matches played.
that's just nuts.
It's unreal.
You're 19 doing that in the Champions
I
League.
have a bit of a fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact from
Fun
Mr.
fact with
Haaland. Haaland now has more goals in the Champions League than Barcelona.
Oh. That is
It's a scene.
a little crazy.
Unfortunately, for Barcelona, their Champions League dreams are maybe not the strongest this season.
They're still a favorite to do it.
Oh
though,
yes, they're a
which
very
is-
good team, but they're lacking goal scorers.
Yeah, I think we all know that. So
But yes, are we anything else to talk about in this match?
Just quickly mention.
so the match does finish 2-1.
Yes,
as
2-1
I
for
don't
Borussia
think we did
Dortmund,
say,
yeah.
but like now Dortmund's just going to have to go back to Paris and try and
Hopefully
hold it
hold
off.
on to a result. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think they can do it? PSG are missing Verratti, who is a key piece in that midfield.
Do you think Dortmund will go to Paris and not score?
I think they would score. In
I think they
Paris.
will.
Well,
score.
I think PSG is going to try and score, which is going to open them up a little more, and I think Dortmund can counter based on that.
Yeah.
The thing is, Neymar did complain after this match that he didn't have enough match rhythm, like because he was rested for 2 weeks, pretty much, and he said he'd rather have played matches prior to this So he
Rather
could
than
have,
just being rested. Yeah.
because you can't just like not play for a while and then go into a huge match and suddenly just show up.
Yeah. No, I think Dortmund go to Paris and they do score, which will make it increasingly more difficult for PSG. If they go out in this round yet again,
With the star power they have.
oh, that's not good.
Bye bye, Mr. Tuchel.
The thing is, if Dortmund goes out too, people like they have star power on that squad too.
But I think people go,
Oh,
okay,
I know.
they're playing PSG.
Neymar and Mbappe
Yeah.
is, of course, they're contenders. But
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Though. Both these teams going out this round is a big shock. I know one of them will go
it
out.
happens, of
but
course. But
it's a big shock to both these teams will be out in round of 16. One of them will be out.
I mean, Dortmund were eliminated. Actually, both were eliminated around 16
Yeah, they were.
last year.
Yeah.
So, do you think PSG will still go through?
I did predict PSG to go through. They still do have a chance. I mean, it's only a 1-goal difference, but
going back to France,
that one away goal could be huge.
I know I'm a little sketchy about it now because missing Verratti, that could completely be a counterattack heaven for Dortmund.
Yeah.
and Mounier as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna be missing too.
But
so
but if like Neymar and Mbappe,
Show up and actually
if they show
score.
up and just do what they usually do, it's gonna be deadly.
I'm still gonna stick by my PSG going through prediction.
I'm unsure for now.
Okay.
I predicted Dortmund to
still
win the
had Dortmund
Champions
to
League.
go-
I have to predict them to go through.
Mr. Haaland, you just run this all the way to the end.
Right.
Speaking of a run, he
Yeah.
was
Another fun fact.
0.3 of a second slower than the world record for the 60 meters.
That's crazy.
He won the header off the corner kick for PSG, and he went the entire length of the field to get on a counterattack. And it was like, dude, you're doing well. You're doing well, Mr. Haaland.
insane.
I saw someone make like memes of it where like they like cut out of him running and put in like Forrest Gump.
Yeah, or like Sonic or something. Yeah.
Run, Haaland, run.
But now we must move on to the other match of that day.
Let's just get it over with, guys. There's not much to talk about in this one, in my opinion.
No, just bash Liverpool.
Atletico
Bash
Madrid hosted Liverpool. It ends 1-0 for the Spanish side. Liverpool, of course, haven't lost in God knows how long.
It's such a lucky goal.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does start very early,
pissing
4
off.
minutes in.
It just
Atletico-
bounces off Fabinho and
Yeah.
goes straight to
Saul,
Saul for
yeah.
basically an empty net.
And then that just plays right into Atletico Madrid's hands. They're just the masters of 1-0.
That was the
Yeah.
worst
Except
thing that
against
could have
Barcelona.
happened. It was the worst thing that could have happened for Liverpool. It's now Atletico are going to sit back. They're going to hold retention, But, Liverpool on the other side, you think, okay, they have attacking quality. They can probably nick a goal here. They can, they're good enough
You
to
think
come
Liverpool's
back.
gonna get a goal back?
Yeah, I mean,
but
when was the
Atletico,
last time that Liverpool did not score in a game?
it's been a long.
Again, probably
time.
Napoli.
It's been a while.
I
been a
I don't
long time.
remember if we scored against Aston Villa in the Carabao Cup, but that was with youth
That was
players.
youth
I'm not too
players.
sure,
That's
yeah.
not. I'm not gonna count that.
Yeah, but I thought Liverpool, after the goal, they were trying to suffocate Atletico Madrid. Like the high press, I thought it was like they're doing a good job staying in their half and pressuring Atletico Madrid. But unfortunately, Atletico Madrid were just very good at just keeping
They're
position.
doing Atletico
Yeah,
Madrid
100%.
things,
They're a
honestly.
very rock solid defensive side, and we've seen that for the past 5 years or so, how good they are to hold the ball and everything.
I thought Felipe had a fantastic match.
I thought all of
Like,
Atletico had a very good match.
I mean, yeah, defensively and even offensively, they did create some chances in the first and second half.
Diego Costa came on and was in a fight within like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Classic.
Diego Costa.
But, for Liverpool, we had to look at, I want to talk about some substitutions because Sadio Mane came off at halftime. Probably because, he's coming back from injury. He was yellow carded.
And he was getting in some more tussles and
Yeah,
stuff.
so,
after,
that's
too.
understandable. But you take
He
off
was close to getting a second yellow.
You take off
honestly.
Mohamed Salah around the 65th minute or so. Why?
Well,
It wasn't injury. It wasn't fatigue.
I thought Salah was having an okay game.
He's one of your most dangerous attacking threats.
Is Klopp just trying to save him or change the system a little so that he's rested
they
for
went
the
to
next
the
game?
4-2-3-1 after that.
I don't know. My thought is that would only work if they changed to a 4-4-2, where they'd
Yeah.
have like Ox wide and they'd have someone else wide with Firmino and Divock up at striker. I've seen it happen. You see them use that a few times in the season, but not too often. And so I was really confused by that.
Divock came on for Mane. didn't do much.
Yeah, he didn't. He's
He
more.
was how far? He was out wide left. He needs to be in the box.
I mean, he has come on for Liverpool out wide left several times
Yeah.
this season. It's been fine. It's just sometimes some atmospheres are a lot harder to have a good impact compared to others. Like, it's a lot easier to come on at Anfield with the crowd cheering your name
100%.
on
Yeah.
versus when you're at the Wanda where
The Wanda was very loud.
Yeah.
It was a great atmosphere. I know Jurgen Klopp said it was one of the best, intense atmospheres he's ever heard.
and Ox, I don't think he's at Liverpool. His position is more of a central midfielder rather than a winger, which
Yeah.
he's transitioned away from that role he had in the past. Milner coming on for Henderson. I mean, I'd love to see Keita come on. I can
That's what I
understand
thought,
why.
yeah.
I can understand why they didn't because
You want to concede another.
yeah, they wanted to try the best to have as much defensive solidarity.
You really didn't want to go down 2-0 going
Yeah.
back to Anfield.
Well,
1-0 is
1-0 going back to Anfield. It's one goal.
we know
Chances
Liverpool
are
can score
Atletico
goals.
are going to sit in the second leg and not even attempt as much attacking as they have in the first leg. But
Probably not, but
But for the first 5 minutes of that game, Atletico were all over Liverpool. They were
Yeah.
attacking, they were pressing, they were
I
doing what Liverpool
it
do
seemed
to
like
other
Liverpool
teams.
weren't ready for that kind of
100%,
press.
Yeah, I think Liverpool expected Atletico to sit deep.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen Atletico Madrid a few times this season. I know when they played Barcelona in the league earlier, they attacked Barcelona quite a bit.
Yeah.
But they still lost the match.
I'm a controversial thing here. I thought Trent was very poor.
His crosses early in the match were terrible.
He was not doing it for me. Not only is his going forward and crossing, but even defensively, I thought he got beat in the air a couple of times. He didn't seem to be as...
He just wasn't doing
You
Trent
know what he
things.
looked like? A 21-year-old. He looked
That's
like what
the
he
point.
should be.
He wasn't the Trent Alexander-Arnold that we all know.
Yeah.
That's been fantastic
Yeah.
for the past 2
I
seasons.
think Atletico Madrid did a good job trying to force Liverpool to cross at certain angles.
Yeah.
And you can obviously tell that worked because of the quality of crosses that were delivered.
Yeah, that's just Atletico being a very strong defensive team.
And just
You did
smart
have-
team.
You did
Yeah,
have one
exactly.
opportunity where All Black kicked the ball out very poorly, straight to Mohamed Salah. He had a bad touch. It goes to Firmino, who was offside, so the goal was disallowed.
I
But
mean, I could say a few chances for Liverpool. I know Gomez put a ball over the top to Salah,
Yeah.
who headed it wide. I know
They had a
Divock-
few very close chances.
Salah
They did.
had another one where it looked
got
like a good
blocked.
shot, but it was blocked. And then also Henderson had a good chance from across from Divock.
Henderson was a very good opportunity, yeah.
But then on the other side, you could say Atletico Madrid had
Yeah.
some
A few good
maybe even
chances,
better chances. I know Robertson, he had to flick the ball
Yeah.
away on one.
Alvaro Morata hit it off his own foot.
Classic Morata.
Yeah, pretty much.
During that match, there's so much classic Morata things throughout that match. That man's literally born offside.
Yeah, he's consistently offside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think there's much else to say about this match. I know
It's
was
more
a-
just the headline of a shock loss for Liverpool, even though Atletico are a very good team. They haven't done great in La Liga this season, but
Liverpool aren't the greatest away from home in general.
Yeah.
They
That's the thing. Liverpool is fantastic in Anfield.
Yeah.
So when they go back there, do we think they're just going to dominate that game?
I don't know if they're going to dominate, but I think they will go through. I think they'll convert some of their chances.
I know Atletico Madrid had an even bigger scoreline victory against Juventus last
Yeah,
season.
they did, yeah.
But I read a stat which was kind of funny.
Cojones.
Atletico Madrid has never lost the Champions League tie except to Ronaldo.
There's no Ronaldo.
Yeah, but
Unless you do
Ronaldo goes.
Liverpool, we emergency signing Cristiano.
But also, Klopp has never lost a Champions League two-leg affair with Liverpool, so it's something has to give, and we'll find out in a few weeks.
I think Liverpool at Anfield will, let's say 2-1. They'll score 2 goals at Anfield. They'll go through 2-1 aggregate.
Well, we'll
Close
see.
enough, kind of thing.
We'll see. I'll wait and see. I don't need to make a prediction now.
Well, you hope they go through.
You'd very much hope.
I don't want to lose this great trophy here.
Thank you. By the way, I didn't give a shout. This was a Christmas present from my girlfriend. Thank you. I enjoy it.
Champions League trophy.
If you're listening on audio, we have a Champions League trophy on the table. Not not an exact size, but it's pretty good.
It's like I think it's like a 1/3 replica. It's lovely. Thank you.
It's not bad.
Let's move on to today's games. Like I said, we just finished watching them all together. Some big drama here.
Yeah.
Where are we going to start?
We might as well start with Spurs.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Spuds. Spuds being spuds.
Yeah, so I was on the
Yeah.
toilet while
He was.
while the first minutes were going on. So can you guys tell me what happened?
Leipzig were just all over Spuds.
Yeah, Spurs versus Leipzig. First, the 2 minutes was Leipzig. They hit the post. They had a ball cleared off the line. They were all over Tottenham. The pressure, the passing was great. The shots were very well.
Spurs were just so
They
disorganized.
were lost. Yeah, they didn't know where they were, kind of thing.
That was basically just them all game, in my opinion.
They did get somewhat better as the match went on. It did, they did find their feet a little
Their
bit.
passing just wasn't clean, in my opinion. Like, they couldn't get anything really
Over the
going.
90 minutes, Spurs were by far the worst team. They're not better. They were a worse team.
Our prediction maybe wasn't as good on this one. No, we were saying Mourinho's dark magic, whatever that means.
It's a two-legged fair. We never know what happens in Germany, but
No evil Mourinho.
no evil Mourinho.
I don't know. We say some weird things on here sometimes, but that's okay.
I don't.
We say a lot of weird
I don't think
things.
Mourinho's an evil guy. I gotta be honest. He's just a very good tactician.
I mean, he can be an evil manager.
Why? What has he done wrong?
Park the bus.
That's not evil. It's a tactic.
Tactic, yeah.
What did we just talk about? Atletico Madrid. What did they do for 90 minutes? They parked the bus.
Because he
Is
has...
Simeone evil?
No, because he didn't cost Liverpool the league.
He could knock out the
Oh
Champions
my
League.
God.
He could knock out the Champions League.
I'm just messing around, but
Mourinho's not evil. Mourinho's good. I'm a big fan of Jose.
Jose was not.
He was
not
unhappy,
very not very happy this game though. That's for sure.
I mean, what was worse, seeing him angry like that, or when he smashed those bottles at one time?
I just enjoy him smashing those balls. I gotta be honest.
Yeah, it was great times.
But first half it ends 0-0. A couple yellow cards handed out. It is what it is.
Some good chances for Leipzig, right?
Leipzig should have had 2 or 3 goals in the first half. They were
100%.
not clinical. They were unlucky a few times. But it goes to second half where they get a penalty kick.
Clear penalty.
That was probably the clearest penalty I've seen.
Yeah,
Serge Aurier. Was it Aurier?
no, it was
No.
Davies.
Davies. Yeah, sorry. It was Davies.
I know Aurier is very reckless.
Aurier gave away the free kick before. But yes, Davies goes through the back and...
Not Alfonso.
Not through the back. What am I saying? Davies was in the box. The ball got played through. He took him out with
Just
his leg.
clattered him.
Yeah, he was right through him.
No
and
VAR needed on that one for sure.
Timo Werner does step up to make it 1-0 for Leipzig.
You just know he's not gonna miss
It was a
that.
clean. It
honestly.
was. Lloris got close.
Greg, he does miss some easy chances sometimes.
Lloris got
You know,
close, but
Lucas-
you knew it was going in.
If you're feeling it, you're gonna score. Champions League, it's going in.
I mean, sometimes you're feeling it and you just get unlucky.
Shut up.
Second half does continue though. Both sides had chances. Spurs seemed to get more into the game a little bit, but a weird moment. They substitute Dele Alli, and he was one of the most creative, most attack-minded players ahead on the field. He was definitely not happy to be coming off. He got very angry and threw it with something when he got onto the bench.
Yeah.
Are you gonna talk crap about him for doing that?
No.
I don't think.
I mean,
Why do you think I hate Dele Alli?
Well, you talk crap about Ozil when he did that.
Because Ozil's shit. If Dele Alli's not my favorite player, I don't rate him as high as the English media rates him. But he's all right. He does what he does. I don't know. He's not my player.
I mean, he hasn't really been good recently, but
He hasn't been great. this
Spurs have had so many injuries. I don't know if we mentioned Son is injured now.
Yeah.
Holman Son's out for the year with a broken arm. Harry Kane's still out for God knows how long.
Ericsson was sold, obviously.
He went to Inter Milan. He's doing much better there.
Sissoko's still injured.
Yeah.
Key player of that midfield.
Yep.
Is he a key player with... Hasn't... Oh, I guess so.
He is a key player.
He's a key player for that midfield, I'd say.
Yes, he is. I mean, he keeps Victor Wanyama out of a spot.
I mean, Wanyama's not even in right
No,
now. They
he's-
put the Spurs Fernandez on there.
Why do you call him this? His name is Getson Fernandez. Why are you calling him the B-Tech Fernandez? Like the Poundland Fernandez.
It's just a joke I saw on the internet that I thought was funny.
If anything, this man's probably doing more right now than Bruno is. What has Bruno done?
He won man of the match in his first match.
Wow. For United, there you go. Let's talk about the actual. Let's finish this game up because there was a few chances.
Bergwijn was kind of quiet.
Bergwijn was quiet.
He had
Lo
one
Celso
chance.
had a free kick that was very good. Gillespie puts onto the post.
Also, Sheik had a great chance.
Sheik
he
had
was
a great
one-on-one.
chance. Yeah.
You'd
There was
expect him to do a bit
There
better.
was a couple chances in this game that you would have expected either side to finish. Leipzig probably beats it out like I think Leipzig gets an 8 out of 10 in this game. When Spurs get like a 6 out of 10.
I'd say so you could give Spurs like a 5 or 4.
I think Spurs were lucky it was only 1-0.
And this is the problem Leipzig had. They should have finished them when they had them.
100% should have, yeah.
And of course, it's going back to Germany for the next leg. But
Which matters for nothing, I think.
No, but you would expect that the home team should be able to get a victory at home. But
we've seen last year Spurs doing Spurs things. So
when Ajax thought they were through, blew it.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the final match of this match day. Well, Lucas's favorite side in this Champions League, Atalanta.
they're
More than Liverpool. You like them more than Liverpool.
That'd be a weird thing.
You love them. You love the side.
Lucas just pulls out an Atalanta jersey.
Atalanta does get a huge 4-1 victory over Valencia.
I think we knew Atalanta was going to score.
We know Atalanta is going to score. We knew Valencia was going to concede because their defensive record has been shocking the last few weeks.
Yeah, and Garai's injured, which is
their best player probably is out.
And we saw a great performance from them. They created several great chances. They didn't have more shots than Valencia in the match, but they did create the better ones.
Atalanta did what Leipzig should have done. They took their chances. They finished it off.
Yeah, half the board with the first one. Kind of poor defending. I don't know who it was on Valencia, but he just allowed Hateboer to just get right in front of him quite easily. Ilicic with a hammer of a
banger.
shot.
Yeah.
The goalie could have done potentially better, but
Waz, of course,
it was a great
loved
finish.
that.
Yeah, Waz was just saying, I told you so, I told you so.
This closet Ilicic fan.
Watches him once, big fan.
Yeah. Was it Valencia? No, Valencia made it.
Hateboer scored a third one in the 62nd minute.
It was 4-0 before.
It was 4-0, you're very right.
Liam, 4-0. 4-0.
4-0. Yeah, Hatteberg and Freuler do make it 4-0. And then Denis Cheryshev, the Russian legend, he makes it 4-1.
Yeah. It was.
You never know. Getting that one goal back could be massive.
Could be huge, but I mean, Atalanta are not great defensively.
No.
But you expect him to be able to score.
Yes, but I won't mention the tie, but these comebacks have happened before.
Yes, Liverpool versus Barcelona.
No, I'm talking about even a lower one, but
Roma. Manalas! We know what's happening. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't been able to tell, we have someone behind the camera today. It's one of our friends. He's here. He's a Barcelona fan for some reason, but he's here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about this Champions League match day?
Favorite
goal?
Well, I just want to mention Valencia did create some good chances, but they didn't take them. I know Maxi Gomez, he really should have scored one.
Oh, yeah. He had just cut across the box and should have put it away.
My favorite goal goes to Haaland. Thunderbolt.
Yeah. It was just a massive goal, too. It was still 1-1.
Don't pick something weird. Don't go with...
Atletico Madrid's goal.
Yeah. It's a great finish. Under pressure in the box. Big moment.
Great assist.
Great goal.
It actually was a nice finish, to be fair. It wasn't actually that bad.
It was just
lucky how it went to him. Yeah.
I loved Ilicic's goal. I got pretty hyped about that one, along with Haaland's.
Yeah.
There weren't that many incredible finishes in this match day.
Let's look forward to next match week. We did touch on it on our last episode, but Napoli, they do host Barcelona. Mm-hmm. It could be an interesting result. Like you said, Napoli have done well against big clubs like Juventus this season. We'll see how they are.
I think it'll be closer than most people think.
Barcelona are being a bit shaky, but you never know.
Barcelona will just pass it around, see how it goes from there.
17,000 passes.
Try to get most passes in Champions League history.
Chelsea, they host FC Bayern Munich. This, on paper, should be an easy game for Bayern Munich.
But you never know. Conte's injured, though.
Yeah, N'Golo's out, which makes it even easier for Bayern.
Chelsea has a lot of players out
know.
right now. So.
And also, they just have...
Watch Olivier Giroud start.
Mm-hmm. And Lyon Juventus, that seems quite easy on paper.
Moussa Dembele hat-trick. You'd love to see it. And also, Real Madrid, they host Manchester City.
Yeah, this is probably
going to be the big match.
Yeah.
Tie of the match day for sure.
Because of it's like two powerhouses going at it, but also just because of what happened with Man City.
Zidane hasn't lost a knockout tie before, I think. And as a manager in Man City, they might not be in the Champions League next year. So
they got something to prove right now.
Yep, 100%.
Pep's final chance. Will we see a meltdown like we do every year?
I guess. And now, just going back to the Liverpool Atletico, though. game is the fact that they are down 1-0 going into the next leg. What happened last year when they were against Barcelona, right?
Yeah, they fought back. The crowd was up for it.
They went from Spain back home, and
But different chess match.
No, 100%.
it is. But
Atletico are
they
much.
they don't have as much they got to do.
I think Atletico are a tougher nut to crack than Barcelona.
Simeone is like a master.
Yeah.
In these kind of situations, whether he can pull it off. He didn't last year against Juventus, so we'll see about this year.
Either way, it'll be a great game. We're looking forward to it.
Also, just some quick thoughts, like just a quick minute. What were your thoughts on the Manchester United Chelsea match?
United were actually not too bad. Chelsea were unlucky at times with VAR, especially.
Was it a red?
Was it what?
Was it a red on Maguire?
He did kick him.
He did kick him.
He kicked him.
He knew what he was doing. I don't know if I'd give him a red, though. What happened?
You got kicked. Didn't he get kicked in the nuts?
That's okay. Things happen.
I mean,
Things
purposely kicked him. I don't know.
Greg, what do you think? Do you think it's a red?
I think it could have been red, yeah.
It could have been, but I wouldn't give it a red.
I think it should have been.
How come son got a red for that shit?
How come my son broke a man's leg?
No, he got a red for kicking someone in the nuts.
That's okay.
I think it should have been a red, to be honest.
It probably should have been, but I'm just no, it's okay. Don't give him a red.
So now you say it should have been a red?
Play on. Advantage.
You got a United fan in the house right now.
It's like a little bit of shithousery.
Where's Waz?
It's like a little bit of shithousery.
Is Waz
Kick
just?
a man.
Do you have like an earpiece and then
VAR
Waz is telling you?
Okay. The VAR incidents were a bit unlucky for Chelsea. I mean, a toe to be offside.
Could cost them Champions League next year.
It very well could. It's a very tight race right now. For United, that's a huge victory. You know, they've had the number of Chelsea this season.
Martial kind of didn't do anything all game and then scores a nice goal. So
Yeah. Before and after the goal, he just did nothing.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a big victory for Manchester United.
100%.
Also, Manchester City, they defeated West Ham 2-0. That was inevitable.
Good job.
Too surprising, but
West Ham in 18th, not good.
they're going down.
They're going down. They're going down.
I
Okay.
don't know what song you're singing, but no.
All right.
Europa League?
No. Are you still confident?
Yes, Celtic will beat Copenhagen. They just sold their top goal scorer.
Who?
I don't even know who it is.
Cornelius?
They sold the guy to Astana, I want to say.
That's a weird place.
It was a very weird
Interesting.
transfer. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, I guess the sum must have been too good to pass up. Maybe they thought Celtic are too strong.
We are.
The mighty Celtic.
We're too good. You
Celtic and Rangers.
can't get past
Europa
this.
League final.
That'd be
It would be crazy, honestly.
I mean, if they both do well, I mean, our podcast will enjoy it because, you know, Liam here, a big Celtic fan.
We know we have lots of Celtic and Rangers fans here.
For some reason, yeah.
I know Waz will be hyped for United versus Olympiacos. I think he believes United have a good chance in the Europa League.
They should.
Olympiacos.
Yeah, they play Olympiacos, no?
Who?
Manchester United?
No. United play Bruges.
Oh, that's Arsenal.
I'm like,
I
what?
wasn't even listening to what you were saying.
Sorry, it's Arsenal. I mean, do you think Arsenal have a good chance for the Europa League? They haven't lost in a while.
I think we both predicted Arsenal was going to win, so.
Okay.
The top goal.
Okay,
The
you
top-
predicted
The
that.
top goal scorer for Copenhagen is Purios Saturi. He's going to Asan for 4 million euros.
48 million.
It's 48 hours.
I mean, that's a good transfer for them.
He's
But
from Cyprus.
at the end of the day, Liam is confident. I'm not as confident as I was last week. And Greg, I don't know. Are Fulham going to go up?
I have no idea.
Matt says no.
Unfortunate.
But
All right.
like I said, you know, we're up to 990 subscribers on YouTube, so we are 10 away from 1,000.
We appreciate all the support.
We're only a handful of 100 away from 15,000 on TikTok. So you know what? We greatly appreciate all of you who are following and subscribing.
Also, I guess we should also mention Champions League is back, though. We've been waiting so long for it. And
it's great.
Yes, that's why the trophy's here.
oh, I
trophy's
know,
here.
but we've been waiting, and
It'll be back again.
it's exciting that it's back.
It is, it's great.
We will actually have some midweek episodes come out.
Also, let us know if you'd like this new setup here. It's a bit different than last week.
Not a fan. I didn't do it, so I'm not a fan. No, but you know what? We greatly appreciate all the support we have been getting. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, commenting, get involved with the conversation. Let us know what you thought about the match days. You know, what's Liverpool's chance of going through? Are we going to have a huge upset on the cards? And you know what? What else? What's our goals for this week? Before Sunday,
We don't need any goals.
No,
if we get to 1,000
We're getting to
subscribers, we'll be
1,000.
very
We're
happy.
getting to 1,000 before Sunday. That's a guarantee. That's happening.
Are you sure?
100% guarantee.
You never know.
We've gained 2 before we even started doing this episode.
The internet could just shut out all around
I
the
don't
world,
think
and
so.
by Sunday it
1,000
comes
on
back up.
YouTube, and I want to do 15.2 on TikTok.
I mean, you're asking for too much, Liam.
I'm not.
Liam always asks
big,
too much.
big goals here. Let's
He's a
do
greedy
it.
man.
I am. Let's get some hype going on.
All right, well,
I'm signing this off. So from myself, Liam, from Lucas, Greg, and behind the camera, Matt.
You'll find out more.
You'll find him out later. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening. This has been yet another week in Beautiful Game. See you next time.
Don't deserve the red. My ass.
Kick the man. It's okay.